Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for June 16th of 2025 is titled APOD is 30 years old today. So what do we see here? Well, here we see not one image for our APOD, but actually thousands of them. And in fact, this image contains over 1,800 individual images that have been put together, and in fact they're used multiple times, and these are images that have been part of the APOD website within the last 5 years. Now, over this thing, there are over 32,000 tiles. So think of it as 32,000 individual pixels, with each of those being one of the APOD images. And again, as I said, that's 1,800 images, so they're used over and over again. And if you look at it closely, you can actually see some of those images that have been used multiple times. I'm going to zoom in just briefly and let you try to take a little bit of a look at it, although you're probably better off using the link that I provide in the description and going to the website to be able to see it and get a much higher resolution image than you're going to get here. But as we zoom in, we can see that there are individual images there and all different images that we have looked at. And again, if you look closely, you'll see a lot of them are repeated. There are a lot of duplicate images within this. Again, as it's far more images than we would possibly have over the certain amount of time, the last 5 years, that this has come from. In addition, you needed to be able to get it to match the pattern, and here we see what was done was to match the famous painting by Van Gogh known as Starry Night, and to put all those images together to reproduce that image using all of the different images that have been used here. So some of the darker images of deep space appear in the darker regions. You can imagine some pictures that it would include things like the sun and such that are in the yellower colors. Some of the reds will be areas from Mars. Blues could be from Earth and various things. So there could be various different patterns that were used and then put together to reproduce this Starry Night painting that we see here in our image today. So when you look at it from a distance, you get the whole image of Van Gogh's Starry Night. And when you look closer and zoom in and look at it in more detail, then you can see all of the individual images, and in fact many of those that have been used over the last 5 years. And APOD has been around for 30 years now. June 16th of 1995 was when the first image was posted. And in fact, if you go to the website and go down to the archives, you can actually scroll back through all of those images going back to 1995. So that was our picture of the day for June 16th of 2025. It was titled APOD is 30 years old today. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Find the Space Rose. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.